That very insightful update. And let me bring in Dr. Paul Kangede joining us live here in studio, still staying on the same issue around the state of food security. And such a pleasure to have you this morning. Good morning, Dr. And many Kenyans are used to having rice on their table, actually ugali. And right now, experts are saying we need to consider having a second staple. What are your thoughts on this?
Even before I answer your question, allow me to wish all the best to students in Nyandarua County, where I come from, and the Raja Kenyan country. The students who are taking their exams. I believe this is a difficult time or a shaping moment in their lives, but I wish them all the best.
Yeah. And
they'll come out successful. So back to your question now. Majority of the people, if you just bring them something else apart from ugali, they tend to ask the question, chakula iko wapi? Because they are like, okay, you've given us rice or something else, but then ugali is the thing. So
it's a culture.
Exactly. It's a culture thing, because in many communities now you find that at least once a day they have ugali on the table, most maybe in the evening or around lunchtime, and most people just have accepted it and appreciating ugali taking. But then we need to think of other food items that people can consume to avoid over-reliance on maize.
So are you saying that it's time that people need to shift their menus when you look at what people prepare back home? Because climate change is playing a big role in just looking at the trends we're seeing. What someone used to harvest on their 2-acre piece of land is no longer the same. At the same time, the cost of inputs and, of course, just making ends meet for many Kenyans has become a pretty big challenge.
True, Abby. Climate change has really hit the agriculture sector, in the sense that you just put too much, and then you don't know if there are going to be floods or drought. And when these two happens, then you find that farmers are not getting profits from whatever their investments are, and that way then it prompts them to think, what are the other alternatives? So in this case then, food items like rice, sweet potatoes, bananas, ndoma, these are other food items that people can get into that are equally nutritional but are on the lower risk of being adversely affected by climate change.
And in closing, Dr. Rice, can it really be another staple for Kenyans if they are well educated and they realize it's actually cheaper compared to having ugali?
Exactly, Abby, because you find that rice is wholesome. And whereas some other food items like wheat could be containing gluten that causes many allergies to people, then rice is gluten-free. And in this case, then, therefore, it's good for health. Even for people who would want to do what we call weight management, they would go for rice, because then it's quickly absorbed into the body, and then there is no issues of even high blood pressure and things like that. So it's a wholesome meal that gives you equally some good number of calories, but on the other side, it also caters for your weight and your health as well.
All right.
Yes.
And I just want to get your parting shot, especially now that you've said, watu wanauliza wapi chakula.
Yes.
Whenever they see rice, they believe it's like an appetizer.
Yeah.
But what must people do differently beginning today? Because the realities are hitting people, and they're realizing it's no longer affordable to maintain certain foods in your day-to-day household budget.
Far and beyond the budget, the people should realize that it is about survival. It's about consuming what you can afford, and what you can afford for a very long time, because then you are assured that with the same amount of money that you could buy maybe a few packets of ugali, you can use the same amount to buy many more packets of rice. And to stop avoiding rice and start including it in their menus, so that then when children are growing up, they grow with this particular culture and move forward. Because apart from rice njeri, you find pirao, you find other menus from rice, and you can take it any time of the day, and you still be well fed and ready to tackle the activities that come during the day.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Dr. Paul Kangede, for speaking to us.
Welcome.
And of course, very interesting perspective there that still as Menko Ukali, you can shift your allegiance to another food crop, and this is rice. Well, that has been Business Cafe. Many thanks for your valid company. And to my home county in Siaya, I wish all the candidates the very best in their exams, and of course also across the country here on behalf of the Business Desk. We wish them a very great outcome in the exams. My name is Abegina. Have a lovely morning. See you later.